For number 8, we kind of end the passage with a very similar question to how we started, right? We're just main idea of a paragraph, very straightforward. And this time we're also going to narrow our focus and really pay attention to the specific words in each of these choices, because I think there's a clear trap answer here. But first, let's do what we're told, right? Main idea of the last paragraph. Let's go to that last paragraph. What ideas seem to come up again and again? That probably is a good sense of what the main idea is about. Apparently, he himself was not aware that there had been any change. He straightened his tie self-consciously, and when Irma handed him a menu, he gestured with it so that the two women at the next table would notice the diamond ring on the fourth finger of his right hand. Both of these things, and also the fact that his hands showed signs of the manicurist, one can blame on the young man who had his picture taken with a derby hat on the back of his head, and also sitting with the girl in the curve of the moon. The young man had never for 1 second deserted Mr. Peters. He was always there, tugging at Mr. Peters' elbow, making him do things that were not becoming in a man of 45. So this diamond ring sticks out. It seems to be important. He's gesturing with it. We talk about it a little bit. And then also this idea of him being a young man or his age is also repeated, right? So those two ideas jumped out to me. So now let's go to the choices. He neglects to spend any time with his family members. Well, they didn't talk about his family at all. This doesn't make any sense. He behaves as if he is a younger version of himself. Well, yeah, they talk about age, so younger certainly matches with what we've read. Let's hold on to that choice. He is very conscious of symbols of wealth and power. Well, we talked about the diamond ring, so that seems like it's relevant too. D, he is preoccupied with the knowledge that he is growing old. Well, does talk about his age, right? But if he's preoccupied with that knowledge, then he's going to be thinking about it a lot. And I don't really get any evidence of that. It's just kind of talking about him being young. And so it's almost like B and D are opposites of each other. B is a very positive spin on this age idea, right? That he's behaving as if he's younger. Bear with me. And then D is more negative. He's preoccupied with the knowledge that he's growing old, so it's much more about death, I guess. The passage does not seem negative. It seems a little bit more positive, right? The young man had never deserted him. It talks about him taking his picture taken. I don't know, maybe not positive, but preoccupied with death, I think we're going to get a lot more negative kind of vibes from this passage, and I'm just not seeing that. So now we have two choices that are supported, but obviously there must be one that's right and one that's wrong. And I think the real decider here is the words in the choices. We are supposed to be very mindful of strong words, words that carry a lot of punch. And we've actually looked at a couple of them, right? So the word younger is a strong word. If they're talking about youth, then we should have evidence of that, and we do. Wealth in choice C is also a very strong word. If they're talking about wealth, we should see that. Now we see that with the diamond ring. But power is also a strong word. So where do they talk about him caring about power? He's straightening his tie. She's getting handed a menu. He's hoping people see the diamond ring, but does the diamond ring mean he's powerful? I don't think so. Plenty of people have diamond rings, and that doesn't mean they're anybody. So I don't know what that's about. He's got a manicure. I don't know if that has anything to do with power. A picture. I don't know. I would like there to be some evidence here of this idea that he likes power. That's not a good sign. Another very bad sign is the word very. And I know it seems like a nothing word. Who cares? We use the word very all the time. But the word very in an SAT is very important. It's a very strong word, right? It adds emphasis to something. And so if he's very concerned with wealth and power, I should see many, many examples of that in the lines. And I just don't, right? The diamond ring is really the only thing. So the only thing that we have going for choice C is this one mention of an expensive item. That's not a lot. But we seem to get a lot more evidence of this preoccupation with age, right? So that is there. And that's also more directly stated at the end of the lines, at the end of the passage, right? So it says, he was always there, he being the young version of Mr. Peters. The young man was always there, tugging at Mr. Peters' elbow, making him do things that were not becoming in a man of 45, meaning not respectable in a man of 45. So he's acting young when he's 45, which I guess is old. I don't think that's that old, but whatever. So this choice has some strong words. His behavior, the younger version, those are strong ideas. But we're able to point to other things in the passage to support those ideas. And it's not just one place, it's a bunch of places. They talk about the picture. Even the diamond ring is actually really about him being young and like showing off to these girls in the restaurant. Like he's going to pick up these girls that are young in 30s, 20s, whatever. And yeah, he's kind of just behaving like a creep. That's the answer. But I get why people get this wrong, is that diamond ring idea just sticks out to them, and they're so drawn to that diamond ring that they ignore everything else going on in the question. And we're not allowed to do that, right? Remember that for a lot of these answers, they will be 90% correct, and your brain is drawn to that 90%. But we're interested in the 10% of the choice that's wrong, because that 10% is all it takes for the entire choice to be wrong. And in this case, that word power, that word very, those words are the wrong parts of that choice, and they're what make choice C wrong, even if the diamond ring thing is right. So we've got to resist those instincts and really apply the process of elimination, and that is how we overcome these traps, find the stuff that matters, and get hard questions right.